Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another pop culture video. Awesome collection of the 1960s. We've got some Tiger Beat magazines, some early ones from mid-60s, and we got 65, 66, and then one from February of 68. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. We've got all about the Birds, and Paul Revere and the Raiders, and Hermans Hermits, the Beatles, and then the Monkees. Let's look at the back real quick, and then we'll look at some of the insides. So you got plenty of pictures here, and look, there's David McCallum from Man from Uncle. That's Dino. Was that Dino, Desi, and Billy? It's Hermans Hermits. We got some individual shots. Some of the Raiders. Hermans Hermits. Raiders. There's a big picture of Peter Tork from the Monkees. Let's take a look here. And if you see on here, these are Tiger Beat. And then the earliest ones, they put Lloyd Thaxton's Tiger Beat. I believe he was like an LA disc jockey, and he might have been on, had a TV show for rock and roll and so forth. Let's take a look here what we got on the cover. We got the Birds, the original Birds. A couple of them are still around here. Roger McQuinn and Chris Hillman. David Crosby just died earlier this year. This is 2023. There's Michael Clark, the drummer, and Gene Clark, the singer and songwriter. Died a long time ago. The Birds. You can see the other things listed on here. Look at Peyton Place. Herman. It's interesting to me that they don't really feature on a lot of these the Beach Boys. And here we got the Birds versus the Beatles, the Stones, Hermits, DC5, Animals, Hollies. That's one of my favorites. And the Kinks. There's the corner. This is volume 1, number 2. So it's the second issue, 1965. There's Peter Noon of the Hermits. And let's see. You can tell what all is on here, the different things. There's some Beach Boys right there. Rolling Stones, Chad and Jeremy. Supremes. There he is. Welcome. TV show. Was his TV show the Chivalry, or I'm not sure. Because there were a lot of, besides Hullabaloo and Shig and Dig, which were big national ones, they had more regional shows that featured rock and roll at the time. Got to put your mind back here. There was no internet or anything. So you basically had TV, magazines, and the radio. And then individual people putting out little newsletters, fan clubs. It was Bobby Sherman before he had hit songs. And he later he'd be on what is it, the Brothers Show with David Soul. Here Comes the Brides. Take a flip through here quick so you can take an overview. There's David McCallum still around. Man from Uncle. I'm watching Man from Uncle episodes on my DVD. I believe I did a video on that neat boxed Teshay set. There's Derek Taylor. I believe he was the publicist for the Beatles. There he is there. There's the Kinks. English styles to keep the beat spinning. Hoop Scoops. Bo Brummels. That was a very cool time. Might miss a page or two. It's hard to. I got a cartoon like. Mad Magazine in here. I'm gonna go like this. Flip from the back. Dwight Thaxton Show. Television featuring it. So maybe it was just called that. But there was another show called Chivalry, which had the groups on there. John Ashley was in a lot of things. He was in some cheaper monster movies. There's Chad and Jeremy. I believe they were on a Batman episode. Beach Boys. A little bit of Peyton Place with the young stars there. The Rolling Stones, the originals. He told the kids back then and them, oh, 65 in 2023, Mick, you might be going out as the Rolling Stones and singing when you're pushing 80 years old, late 70s, 80. No one would believe it. There's some Beatles. The Birds. Suddenly they were the Birds. Yeah, they had 2 big #1 songs right away. That's a Tambourine Man and Turn, Turn, Turn. So the next one, take a quick flip through. So when I get to them all in a length of a video here. The Leaves. One of these guys that went on to the Turtles. Simon and Garfunkel. Lovin' Spoonful. Yeah, so it was the big LA sound. There's John Davidson. He'd be a fixture in 70s TV. He's still around. There's Mama Cass. I even mentioned Captain Beefheart. Sonny and Cher. Rolling Stones. Tons of pictures. So guys bought this. Mainly, I'm sure it sold a lot more to girls. Got there's Bobby Elliott from the Hollies right there. Here's their drummer. They're still performing with Bobby Elliott and Tony Hicks over in England and Europe. And I believe on stage that Graham Nash might do like King Midas in reverse and maybe Bus Stop when he performs live. Herman, boy, they were big. Dino, Dizzy, and Billy. Of course, that Dino was one of Dean Martin's sons. Paul Revere and the Raiders. They were on a lot of Dick Clark shows. This one is more Rolling Stones. Volume 2 is October 66. The Invaders, there's Roy Thinnis. I'm rewatching season 2 of that show about alien invaders on Earth. Pretty cool. I made a nice spaceship model for that. I forget if I did the video for that model or not. The Mindbenders. Chad and Jeremy. Yeah, so once the Monkees came along, they were on a ton of things. There we go. Especially David Jones. Look at them calling him David Jones instead of Davy Jones there. Hermans Hermits. Sonny and Cher. Clark 5. I mean, excuse me, the Dave Clark 5. Dave Clark 5 on Dick Clark. The Raiders got plenty of coverage. There's some Beatles. You would have thought they would have had even more Beatles in here than they seem to have. Plenty of Peter Noon. He was so young. He stayed young. He finally looked like a teenager into middle age. Finally catching up to the folks. And then this one. Number 6, February 68. There's Sally Field. Little did we know she'd go on to be one of the Aunt Mays. Buffalo Springfield. Yeah, this music got heavier and hippie stuff took over. It was a little bit different for these magazines that were the teen type. They had to expand out. There's Monkees. There's Hollies, neat on there. So there's Tony and Bobby is still around. Alan Clark, this lead singer, just came out of retirement again and did a new album. And Graham Nash right there, he was on it. They're 80, 81 this year. And Buckingham's. Monkees. 2 seasons for the Monkees. I had gotten the box set of the VHS for that. And a bunch of reissue albums by Rhino Records in the mid-80s, late 80s. There's Gidget, and this is one on the Flying Nun for Sally Field. Monkees. Well, the Monkees have been going. We've only got Mickey Dolenz left now in 2023. Mike left, and then before that was Peter, and before that was Davey. Happening in Hollywood. There's Eric Burden and his new animals. Look at how scruffy they look. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. So very cool look. I have a lot of other teen magazines, but these are the Tiger Beats I have. I don't think I had any more, but other ones teen of the time. Some of them feature Batman TV show and other more TV shows besides just the groups that were around then. Till next time, more pop culture videos, Awesome Collection, 1960s. Thank you for watching, everyone.